Hello, everybody. It's Janine. And my guest tonight is Savannah Lyons. Everybody say hello to Savannah. Hey!
Hello, everybody. Hello.
Okay. I have not been live with a guest in quite some time. So I'm very happy to be starting the new year out with Savannah. Savannah, tell us about yourself. Tell some of the things that you do.
I actually just graduated school. I got a Bachelor of Fine Arts in acting. So I'm an actor. Currently, I'm focusing on painting a lot. I do acrylic painting. I'm an artist in that way, a painter. I do makeup for people as well. So I'm a makeup artist. I really want to say I'm everything, especially like theatrically. But those are the main things I do. I'm a painter, I'm an actor, and I'm a makeup artist.
That is a lot. You got a lot going on. That's incredible. How okay, so where did you graduate from college?
I graduated from the University of Texas at Arlington.
Oh, UT Arlington. Okay.
hmm
And how is that theater program?
Um, I I think it's good. I feel like when I got there, it was the start of them building their program more. Um, so by the time I left, it is become so much more progressive, and there's so much more that I don't know about that. I think that they're like upgrading and offering more opportunities. But when I was there, I thought it was phenomenal. I thought that we had really great professors. We had such a variety of things that you could learn about and choose to do, even with being in one major. Like I can do acting, but they still gave me the opportunity to do a little bit of everything else to still give me like a general view. Great professors, some that have changed my life, some that I genuinely see as a mentor for here on forever out. I think it's a great overall program, and honestly, it's really decently priced to be a university. So I really do recommend.
So when you said you studied acting, did you did you branch off into like Broadway theater? What I mean, what did you and then also what method do you study? Because they have different methods, Stanislavski, Meisler.
Mm.
Tell me a little bit about that.
I basically studied live theater, so like live performance theater. So like, yes, Broadway is a good example. Mostly Broadway focuses on musicals. They do plays, but
Mhm,
mostly people think about musicals when they think about Broadway. I
mhm,
focused on like the acting portion of it. So I focused on live plays, working like over a month for rehearsals to where then you do like a week long live performance, and then you close out. And it's all pretty fast. But I'm mostly focused on that. I didn't do really any film work, which I'm hoping to pursue more in the future. Um, so what was the second question? I forgot it already. Oh, what method? What method?
what right, because they have Stanislavski, which is like Russian. Stanislavski
Yeah.
was Russian, and then you have the Meisler.
So I don't really know what category I would technically fall under. If my method is per se like a Stanislavski, if it's a specific person, I've learned
Mhm,
I'm a very movement based actor. So
mm,
I like,
mm,
instead of thinking a lot about a character mentally and then putting it outwards in my body, I start with my body first and portray a character there. Then I work back
mhm.
to my what my character will be thinking and like the mind. So I like to be like very hands on, very like up and active to kind of build my way through my character and kind of figure out the embodiment of them so that I can figure out where my mind goes with that character too. So
Okay.
I think I would describe it as like a movement based method.
Okay, okay. So let's go into your styling. When you say you do styling, tell us a little bit about that.
So the styling I mainly do for makeup. So that has just come with me loving to paint. and makeup being a form of painting and artistry in itself. With that, I am still kind of a new learner at it. I took some classes in school, so I've kind of like grasped from that. And right now, I'm just working with Free Vibes Entertainment, Chloe, and doing makeup for music videos for her. And we focus on she'll get with me and say like, this is my idea for my clothes. This is the idea for the video. Here's some looks that I want makeup wise. Like, what do you think? And then I'll kind of
Mm-hmm.
go back and go through a list of them, do some research on some different makeup looks, kind of like keep in mind her facial structure, like what they want, and kind of just like bring that back to the table and say, well, this is what I found, and this is what I can work with what you gave me, and something that I think can add to it. So I try to keep it, collaborative as well as what they want. And I do work with some other artists too, where we get together and we do the same thing.
Do you
So,
have do you actually have some examples of some of your stylings that we can see?
oh,
You have a book?
I actually do not. I have photos and I have an Instagram for it.
You got some photos that we can look at real quick?
Well, only if I can like send them on here. I
Okay, I
don't
don't know
have them
how to do that.
printed.
I don't know how to do that.
I'm like, let me see. I was like, I don't know how to do that either.
Get on your can you get on your IG? Well, are you using your phone, right?
Yeah, I'm using my phone right now.
Because I was saying if you get on your IG, you can like put it up and show us some of your stuff.
Oh, I actually could. I mean,
Yeah, do that.
I can go get another phone and
Go
pull it
get
up.
it. We'll
Okay,
wait.
just
We
one
will
moment. One
wait.
moment. Okay.
Okay, Savannah, what is your Instagram site?
Oh, it's actually the display name. That's my main account right there. And in the
Mm-hmm.
bio for that, you can find my makeup as well. So
So what we're seeing up here on the screen is your Instagram.
yes. And then
Okay,
here, I can show you the. Well, can you see this? I'm so sorry, y'all.
I can see it.
I was like,
Okay.
this is. Oh, sorry, there's a ring light behind me. This is my makeup channel. It's Savvy Beauty. But if you go through the Instagram down here, you can find it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'll just go through some of these. So I'll post myself on there.
Oh,
We can do some like my own,
that's pretty.
makeup looks.
I like the red lips.
Thank you. I was like, I feel like that's a great look.
Yeah.
Just a nice red lip. And then so I'm trying to get to where I can do my own type of series. So this is my Valentine's one.
Did you do the lighting on that also? Or
Yeah, so usually
oh
I
wow.
did the lighting and I did the photography as well in this.
Oh, multi-talented. Wow.
So yeah, so I was like, this is her.
That's really good. And the red really stands out. The way you got her lit, the red hair is standing out. And then I like that red background also.
Yeah, I try to make do with a lot of what I already have. And just kind of like, yeah, try to match it in that way to where I can make them stand out.
Oh,
But a huge thing,
that's free vibe. That's Chloe.
this is Chloe from Free Vibes. This was actually for her Tales of the Sad Girl. This was one of her album covers.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can find. I actually think this is the album cover.
Okay, Chloe, is that your album cover?
Yeah, I was like, are you here?
She's on here, but I guess she'll say whether or not it is. That's really nice. I like that.
Thanks. So I do stuff like that. I've gotten during school, I got with a lot of people and just tried to, get with
Mm-hmm.
them. And
That's pretty too.
thank you.
Oh wow, that's real nice. That's
Thank
real. I
you.
like the way you did like a dark color to make her eyes really pop.
Yeah. So, and then I have, I do, similar art or, the same model and a different
Mm-hmm.
look.
Different look, because that's more of a natural. The other one was the eye
Yeah, more of
makeup
like a
was real
dramatic.
right drama, and then that's more like a natural look. Oh, that's really
hmm
good.
And I really try to promote myself like with my makeup, and I try to pull from, everybody's naturally beautiful. So I try to accent what you already have and kind of make those pop and, still give you some glam in it
Mm-hmm.
that still makes you feel like yourself, but also beautiful. Because I
Hmm.
feel like sometimes, when people go and get their makeup done, they're like, okay, well, I want to I want my full face beat. Like, I want to be like all of this. Like, I want the foundation. I want to bake for like a long time. I want like the dramatic eyes. But some people can do that and say they want it, and then they'll look at themselves and be like, well, I still don't feel like me, and I feel
Mm-hmm.
like I'm masking myself. So
Mm-hmm.
I try to do the opposite of that by still glamming you, but that you can actually look and go, that is me, and I feel beautiful as myself.
Wow.
So that's like a huge thing for mine, because I was like, I struggle with that a lot with my makeup. Like, I feel like it can be like a mask for you, but
Mm-hmm.
I want it to be like, and to accentuate yourself, really.
Mm-hmm. I get it. Now
hmm
let's go into. You said that you do. You paint.
I do, and I do have paintings here to show you.
Okay, let's see
So
some of those.
I was like, I see it, I see it. Okay, hold here, just one moment. Let me grab them.
Okay. Nora, thanks, Dr. Explorer. Thanks for joining. Free Vibe, thank you for coming in. Caitlin Shearer, thank you so much for
Okay.
coming on. And Mountain of Inspiration, thank you. All you guys, thank you for coming on tonight. Appreciate it. Okay,
Okay.
let's see some of your paintings.
Okay, so painting wise, I'll show you like this one first. So this was an original.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to make sure I can show you.
I can see that. Yeah.
So I titled this one Crazy in Love. And I love a little bit of horror. That's one of my favorite like genres of movies too. So I feel like I'm trying to figure that out in an art style. I did these. Ooh. I do this is what I think a lot of people really love from it too, is that I do a lot of anime work.
Mm-hmm.
I love cartoons, and one of my life goals is to write my own cartoon and design it and do the artistry.
Mm-hmm.
So learning how to do these type of things is really beneficial, especially for people like doing a cartoon character. This one has
Okay.
rhinestones around it too.
Bring it back. Let's look at that. Let's look at that details around. Okay.
Feels like
Oh,
they're here, let me pull it up close. I
oh
individually
wow.
put all of these rhinestones on here.
Caitlin just said you should sell those.
I do. I sell them. I've been selling them at vending at Audiome, so Alex's shows. He does some like local artist vending. I can sell through my Instagram, and I am currently in the process of upgrading my Etsy account so people can just go directly through there and be able to purchase.
Okay.
So, but I have quite a bit of
Oh,
them so
that's
far.
cool. And you
Thank
drew
you.
that. What type of
hmm
is that
So
acrylic
when it comes
paint?
down to like these type of characters,
Uh-huh.
I typically use a projector just for their faces. Like I'll take an actual screenshot or screen cap from the show, and I'll use that. And for this one, I did it for him, and then I hand drew these ladybugs that are part of his outfit. They're like brooches.
Wow, that's pretty neat.
Thank you. And they're
And
all
this
acrylic.
this all acrylic.
Mm-hmm. I
Oh,
did
there's
these like
another one.
yeah. So some
It's
cool
pretty cool.
characters. Um,
That last one, is that okay? Are most of those pictures, are those anime pictures from actual cartoons on TV, or some of them something that you made up yourself?
a lot of the characters are from actual like anime shows like on
Mhm.
television. So I kind of have, and that's where I started really is by just seeing characters from TV shows and being like, I love this character. Like I would just love to figure out how to paint them.
Mhm.
And so I did one of them and was like, oh, that actually looks kind of cool. So then I just started taking like different animes that I loved and was like, well, let me just see if I can start painting all these characters.
Wow.
And in the process of that, I've tried to find my own art style, which is mostly like that heart. I do like I do eyes a lot. Like I really love, where's that one at? Oh, I don't think I brought it in here. But I do a lot of like eye features. So I've been trying to work more so on creating my own art style than just, taking some characters.
You
I
got
was
you
like,
got
here.
that eye. Let's see that eye.
I was like, I brought it in here. I'm like, I just feel like I'm so jumbled because I came from work too. Let me see if I find it over here.
Okay.
I don't think I have the eye one. No, I don't think I have it with me. I'm sorry. But I do have this one. I did this as an original.
Oh wow. Is that a crying star?
Yes, it's actually based off of the movie Pearl.
I didn't see that.
It's one of a newer film. It's like an A24. It's going to be a trilogy, but there's a part where she's sobbing. I think some people would know this if they've seen it, but and it's a meme right now. But she's literally just sobbing like, "I'm a star, a star," like just crying out. And so I just thought it was so funny. I was like, I want to make her literally a star.
Mm.
So I was
That's
like,
really
let's.
cool.
Thank you. But
You,
I've just been. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
go ahead, keep going.
Oh, I was gonna say that. Yeah, like I've just been trying to find things that can fall into my own art style because I didn't take art classes, and so I didn't get like that extended amount of time through those to be able to venture and find out what like what art style is me and like what makes me and like what I really want to originate. So I think this is a great start just to like dabble in a little bit of like something I already know, something that's already made, so I can like do characters and I can find my flow in those, and then just like spontaneous ideas being inspired from something.
Man, this girl is my mind is blown. I mean, what? Okay, so you do. I can't even. My mind is just like. So you style. You do makeup. You
hmm
act, and you paint. Do
hmm
you play an instrument?
I don't, but I am
Okay,
trying to at least learn the ukulele. So
ukulele. That's cute. Okay.
yeah.
Okay, does anybody that's on here, do you have a question for Savannah? If you want to have ask a question, you can ask a question right now. Okay, we're waiting. Mariah Hutchins, I love it. It's so good. That's what Mariah just
Thank
said.
you. Oh yeah, I was like, I'm looking at the comments. Thank you, Mariah.
Yeah. Yeah. So when you say you have a style, what is your what do you feel your style of painting is?
Um, what my style of painting is. I want to say, hmm, I want to say I'm more of like a cartoon based like style.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's just where like my heart falls, and I've loved cartoons my whole life, and I feel like I can see life as a cartoon. So I feel like that's a lot in like where my style goes. I don't do too well in like a naturistic style or like animals. I feel like I struggle a bit with those. Um, but I'm not quite sure because the more that I paint stuff, the more somebody's like asked me for different type of things, and it's caused me to like see like, oh, I didn't even know I could paint that yet.
Mm-hmm.
So in the process of all of that, like I'm starting to find more and more. But I want to say, like in my heart of hearts, I am like a cartoon based artist.
Okay, Mariah says, where do you feel the most creative? A coffee shop or at home?
I feel the most creative probably at home. I think I get too distracted in public places. I just feel like I'm worried about what everybody else is doing. And being at home, it allows me to really be able to set set my atmosphere the way I want it to be. So I like on the because I work like a 9 to 5 Monday through Friday. On the weekends, like I'll wake up, I make myself a cup of coffee. I'll do like a morning meditation. I'll open the windows. I'll light an incense, play some music, and I can just paint for hours or just try to find something creative within it, like start brainstorming or looking at different ideas because I feel like I'm in my space and my element, and I don't have to worry about just everything else around me. So I'm able to really dive into myself.
Okay, I got someone on the phone, Dion. She said, "Who is your favorite artist?"
Painter, like painter wise.
Yes, painter
Okay.
wise.
I actually just recently learned some from school, and I think right now my favorite painter is actually Keith Haring. Um, he's like a '90s. Uh, he does really expressive art. I feel like he does a lot of like the big blocky characters. I feel like you would know if you saw, but he's
Hmm.
like a '90s street painter. He started off doing like graffitis down at like at the subway and was like getting arrested for them. But I
Mm.
just loved his expression of art. It's very cartoon based as well, and it's very it's just a lot that goes on, so people can say it's chaotic. But I just love being able to look everywhere and see something different each time.
Hmm.
I think he's really cool, and he was a huge. He's like a really big part of the LGBTQ and fighting for those rights and being an artist during that time in the '90s and during the AIDS epidemic. And so, like learning about him in school and like seeing his artwork just made me really fall in love with him.
Hmm. That's interesting. Caitlin or Mountain Inspiration, Stock Explorer, do you guys have a question that you want to ask? Waiting a little bit. Okay, so you said you want to do a comic strip. Well,
I want to
how?
write a cartoon.
Oh, you want to write a cartoon?
Hmm.
Okay, like for what? Adult Swim or something like that?
Yes, I would love to be either Adult Swim or like Comedy Central. More so Adult Swim. I think that's like what I watched growing up. So that's where I would love to see my work put.
Hmm. Caitlin says, "Do you sing?"
I No, I'm just gonna say
No.
no. I sing in the shower and I sing at home and annoy my neighbors, but
Hmm.
that's it.
Hmm. Okay. Anybody else have any more questions? Stock Explorer. You have any questions? Mountain of Inspiration. Any questions? Are you going to start pursuing acting? That's my question.
Um, um, I am. I took a break after college, because it was causing me a lot of anxiety. I think it's being an actor is it's just very mentally draining. It can be
Mhm.
very mentally draining on yourself because it taxes your body where you're just working constantly.
Mhm.
Um, a lot of times it's really late nights. I get really anxious through the audition process, during rehearsals and during performances. So I feel like
Mhm.
I don't catch a break anytime once I do a show, I'm like, I have no like time to calm myself down.
Mhm.
So I took a break because it was just hard during that and during school. I actually would love to continue acting. And I think that this time around, when I'm able to return into it, that I'm going to focus on more film and commercial
Mhm.
and maybe more like sketch comedy because I love doing that as well.
Mhm. So you plan on getting an agent then?
Yeah, I'm hoping to get an agent.
Okay, that's good. That's really good news. See anybody else? I'm waiting for some more questions here. Okay. Um, so do you see yourself ever going on the road as a stylist, like for Chloe when she blows up?
I have already thought about it. I've already thought about that too. And she's asked me like, well, what are you gonna do if like I have to start touring?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna join you. And like I want to go. I want to travel the world. I've thought about it too, and I thought that think that's like a great just traveling job. It's a steady job because I'm going with her, so I know that's what I'm going to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it just is. I don't. That's just something that I've always wanted to do is just go and travel and like be on a tour. So I feel
Mm-hmm.
like if Chloe were to come up with say this is the opportunity now, I'm definitely going to jump in.
Mm-hmm.
Plus,
Wh-
I feel like she can't cheat on me. Actually, she can't get a new one now.
Who are your some of the? You said when you paint, you listen to music. Who are you listening to?
um, so currently I am listening to SZA's album because she's one of my
Mm-hmm.
favorite artists and she just released one. So I've been kind of just binging that.
Mm-hmm.
I listen to a lot of like coffee shop jazz.
Do you mean
Um,
like lo-fi?
yeah, like lo-fi jazz or just like a soft jazz band playing in the background. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so like if you go to a coffee shop and there's jazz music, that's probably what I'm listening to at home. I feel like words can sometimes, block what I'm trying to think about because I'm so focused on that
Mm-hmm.
I do love to listen to like a lot of like instrumental type music or jazz or just something, or even just like I listen to some, like sometimes I listen to Bad Bunny just so I can hear something
Mm-hmm.
different in a different language. And even if I don't understand what he's saying per se, I'm still able to enjoy the music for what it is.
Uh-huh. That's
So
really
I've just kind
good.
of been like doing a lot of instrumentals and listening to SZA lately.
SZA. Okay, I'm trying to see. I only know her from Black Panther. I guess I need to listen to
Oh.
pick her stuff up. The only thing I just know her from when she was doing the Black Panther soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
What movies? Because you said you like film. What
Mm-hmm.
type of movies do you like to watch?
So my favorite genre is horror movies. Like I love scary movies. I actually, well, this is gonna be so funny to show you. Let me see if I can show you. I actually have a giant post. I used to work in a movie theater.
Okay.
I got this giant poster of Carrie,
Mm.
and she sits over my bed and watches
She's
for me.
over your bed, girl.
She protects
I don't know
me.
about
She's
that.
watching out. I was like, I wasn't
She
bullying
watching it.
her. She loved me. But
Oh.
I love horror movies. They're my favorite genre. And I do love an artistic I'm trying to like refix this. I do love an artistic movie. I love A24. I think that studio is phenomenal and they did like I'm trying to think about like they've done like The Lobster, Green Room. They just did those Pearl I think the Pearl trilogies are A24. Hereditary, Midsummer, like all those movies fall under those. But they're just really creative and they're just things that you just wouldn't think of. I think that's really
Mhm.
cool in like a studio to be able to do. And especially every film that you offer is that way. That's so cool.
Mariah says, "Oh my goodness, I would be scared at night seeing that."
She used to be in my bathroom at my old apartment. She used to be above the toilet. And I had a friend who was like, I want you to take her down. He's like, I need her to
Uh,
be gone. But I was like, she's
uh,
not like doing anything. Like she's cool. So but I love it.
I can't get with that. I'm with Mariah. I'm like,
Hey,
that's
at
nothing
least
for
it's not
me.
like a big Chucky doll. At least it's not like those big Chucky
Oh
dolls that people get. Mm-mm.
no. I'm
I'm like,
afraid of horror films. Most the closest I come to horror, I would guess, would be Wednesday on Netflix.
okay,
Have you seen
okay.
that?
I have. I think
What
I
you
actually
think
still
about
have.
that?
I actually thought it was really good. I have trouble watching TV at home because I feel like I'm doing something else every time. But
Hmm.
I thought that was a really great show. I love the Adams Family. I'm a huge Adam Family fan. So I think it was still portrayed in a really great way, and it actually portrayed a lot of the characters. In my point of view, as some of like the more like authentic parts of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that they're also like it's a minority based family. You know, they're
Latina.
yeah, and I love
Mm-hmm.
that they offer that in it. They offer, even like a black villainous character that she,
Mm-hmm.
can befriend. I just love seeing those as like the main roles, and I thought it was just done well. I will say I do think that Netflix does release shows that are very Netflixy, and you can start to tell like a trend from those. But I think
Like explain that what you just said, Netflixy.
so. I feel like now that a lot of film and television are going straight to a streaming service
Mm-hmm.
and especially Netflix doing a lot of their own series, that you can start to see a trend of what their series kind of look like and like
Mm-hmm.
entail. And you can just tell through like the cinematography too. In my perspective, I can see it like when I watch when I'm like, that seemed like it was a Netflix show.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like they made it for Netflix, and they're all kind of starting to become like not like a stereotype, but like you're definitely seeing a pattern in them.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know how to like explain that, but I just
Well,
feel
I
like there's,
definitely see a pattern in their teen films. It's like it's the same. It's the
yeah.
same. Like I was watching Jennifer and Georgia. I
Mm-hmm.
think that's what it is. Jenny and Georgia, something like that. And I said,
Mm-hmm.
this stuff is just the same style over and over again. So
Yeah.
I had to put it down. But their teen stuff is just very is what's gonna happen. It's not that
Yeah.
great. Their teen series are not that great.
Yeah.
But Wednesday was really good. I
Yeah. I think that
if
was one of their best ones so
That's one
far.
of the better ones. I mean, I would highly recommend watching Wednesday if you haven't watched that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're getting ready to wrap up. So I'm gonna ask some crazy stuff now. This is just some stuff that only have nothing to do with what we're talking about. Okay, just
Okay.
the out of this world craziness.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you can pick a time period to go to. You can't change anything. You can only go to observe. You are an observer. You can't go back and change like slavery. You can't get rid of it. You can't you can go to the future and observe. You are an observer, but you
Mm-hmm.
can't change anything. Where would you go and why?
Hmm. That's what I have to think about too. I want to say I want to go back to the 70s.
Okay, why?
I think because I I think I want to go more for the fashion, uh, just like the whole disco scene. I want to just see what that's like and just see like the designs of places. I think 70s homes are some of the coolest homes designs ever. I would
Mm-hmm.
love to just, if I'm an observer, I want to literally go to like $1 million homes and tour them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna go to all these different 70s homes just to look at them because they're just so cool. Like, and now modern is so different. And I felt like just back then it was a little bit more. I mean, even now they're still this way, but I feel like there's just so much more colorful. There's just so much more liveliness. There's a little bit more of like an abstract part of it,
Mm-hmm.
coming down to like, decorum, homes, fashion, buildings, people in general. So I'm just really interested in the 70s and seeing what else was going on and seeing how all of those things were, how that fashion came about and how it can revert back to now.
Oh, wow. That's a cool answer. I like that.
Thank
Okay,
you.
one more crazy question.
Okay, shoot.
Okay, if you could be a cartoon character, what cartoon would you be on and why? Because since you like comics
Oh,
so
I already
much.
know. I don't know why I thought about this. I'm gonna be on Bob's Burgers. I want to be a Bob's Burgers character.
Really?
Yes, it is one of my all-time favorite cartoons. I think it's just they're all just so quirky and weird and comical, but still lovable in every single way. that I would love to be a part of them. And I feel like their comedy in that show is really similar to what I would want to be in a show. Like that's what I kind of like could see my show like replicating, like comedy wise.
Hmm.
So I feel like if I was in that world, they would just crack me up all the time, and I would just love being there.
Oh wow, Bob's Burger. I'm gonna have to. I kind of watched that a little bit. I'm gonna have to go back and check it out. Okay, okay. Simply Sean, enjoy the interview. Your art is amazing. And my question would be if you could apprentice under any artist, theater, cinema, or animation, who would it be, alive or dead?
Ooh, okay. Hold on, let me look at that question. Let me go in the comments. Oh, well, thank you also. Thank you for saying my art is amazing. I do appreciate that. If I were to apprentice under any artist, theater, cinema, or animation, what would it be? Oh my gosh. Hmm. Theater, cinema, animation. Oh, I don't know. I really want to say maybe I would say I really would be interested in A24 because I just love all types of work that they put out. And I think that's a really, like I said before, they can be very absurd and they're just so interesting and their concepts are really cool. So I would love to just see the way they work and be an apprentice for that. That, or I would love to work for, well, does this count? I would also love to work for like Adult Swim. Um, that's something that I was a really, really big part of my childhood. And a lot of their shows have made an impact on like, that's pretty much why I love cartoons and why I am who I am today. And pretty much like why I'm probably creative in a lot of ways, in the way that I am. So I just think Adult Swim is just kind of like where I could probably naturally fit into. Like I feel like I could go there and that's kind of feels like home to me.
Sean, you got any other questions? Sean, he does a lot of anime also, and he does
Oh,
photography. Sean is under I gotta look it up. I think he's agent Sean. Okay, Sean is agent zero. Let me see.
yeah, I
He's
was
on
like,
Instagram.
he was like, send me it later too, and I'll follow.
Yeah, yeah. You need to check Sean out. Agent
Mm-hmm.
00 Sonic.
Agent
Yeah,
00 Sonic. Okay.
yeah. I mean, Sean does some amazing. He does a lot of anime and photography,
Mm.
and he's getting into sculpting now. So Sean is
Ooh.
really Sean. You should know Sean. You know what? You two need to hook up on Instagram. You two need to know each other. Maybe you
Mm-hmm.
guys can collab. That will be an interesting collaboration. You and Sean.
Yeah. Oh,
I
those
am
are
going
some good
to
ones.
see Agent 00 Sonic.
Okay, and you said you do Miyazaki. I didn't even think about that. That's actually a great one. Wes Anderson, phenomenal. Actually, so incredible. That's a great answer too.
Hmm. But I'm telling you, if you don't talk to
Mm-hmm.
Sean, y'all, I'm serious. You guys are so similar,
I'm
and
gonna take
I
a
think
screenshot.
your
Remember?
temperament would go well together.
Yeah.
I think you guys would do some seriously cool collabs, really good stuff together. Yeah,
Okay,
check him.
Sean.
Yeah, check him up. Check him out on Instagram.
Yeah, I screenshotted it too. The comments so I can remember.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I was
Yeah.
like, yes, Sean. If you follow me, I will follow you back as well.
Yeah. Yay!
Yes.
I might be responsible for putting the next cool art team together.
Yes, Jeannie being the artist matchmaker.
Don't y'all forget me when you get famous.
You're like, put my name at the bottom, please.
Yeah, just say Janine introduced. She introduced us. Don't
Yeah.
forget me when you get famous. That's all I gotta say. When you guys have a show or something, invite
Yeah.
me and put me on the list. I want to be
Mm-hmm.
on that list. Don't
You're gonna be
forget
first on the
about me.
list.
I better be. I better be.
You and your whole family too.
Bet
Y'all
I
been my biggest supporters.
I better be on that list. When you guys have a
Yeah.
show, I'm gonna walk down that red carpet. I'm walking on that red carpet. I want my name
Mhm.
on the show. Don't act like you don't know me. Don't act like y'all don't know me.
I'll never forget you. I really won't. You're gonna be my right hand woman.
Cool. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and end the show. And I want to thank everybody for coming on. Simply Sean, aka Agent Zero Zero Sonic, Mariah Hutchins. That is Sean's sister,
Mhm.
Caitlin Shearer. That's a cousin of theirs. Mountain of Inspiration and Stock Explorer. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And I hope you guys have a wonderful new year. I'm going to end the broadcast. Savannah, stay on. We'll go ahead and end the broadcast. Love you
Okay.
guys.
Thank
Peace.
you guys. Thank you so much.
Yay. Peace, soul, and some hair grease. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye. I'll end this thing. Hold on. Where's my mouse? Okay.